Lycan Juggernaut, who feast on easy support kills. Looks like we did have an early smoke gank, and they're trying to catch Shotshell here. Look at that body blocking with a wolf.
Yeah, this is not looking great here for Saslo. He is going to be the first blood, and that's going to be a very happy support.
All right, who's playing the Bat Rider? I need to know this. Go stick off lane, so we are going to have a mid Bat Rider matched up against the Void Spirit.
Hey, that's us.
That's us.
Hey, Mom. I'm on TV.
Oh, look at that wolf.
Oh. The body blocks, too, coming out from him.
Oh, he's so good.
We were just talking about Call of the Wild and White Fang. Super underrated novels, both by Jack London. You should check them out.
Jack London appreciates that plug there, Kyle.
Is he alive? I don't think he's alive.
No, he's definitely not.
He's dead for a long time.
A long time.
But he still lives in his novels, in spirit.
You can feel his spirit.
And within us, those who have read. Bat versus Void Spirit. A little Bat favorite, but we'll see what happens. I think the bottom lane is going to be the one to key in on. How well will the Alchemist do?
I like the fact that Melodra is playing the Bat Rider. He is the one that generally controls the tempo for his team. And that's going to be very important here with the Alch pickup. But lots of other friends along the way that dump out damage. Which, and again, we talk about the vision game, right? The fact that you do have Chu on this Nyx assassin who's going to have the Vendetta, he's going to be scouting around, and you know that he, Melodra, and most likely +1 are going to be able to just roam around the map and get these nice pickoffs. And like Cap was saying, it is a very scary time to be a support in this game, especially if you're on the side of Unique, because Crystal Maiden is quite typically murder fuel a lot of the times, and there's not too much that the Shadow Shaman.
I would be so afraid playing a Lycan against an Alcan lane. These wolves have maybe okay magic resist, but they just die. They don't have much armor at all, and it's just more and more gold going into Nefert's pocket if he gets any last hits. Like, it almost feels like it hurts you more than helps. And Witch Doctor in lane, unlike against the Furion, is really nice because you just kill the wolves. I think it's like half a lane creep worth of XP.
Decent chunk of damage getting tossed out over here on Ghost Stick. Does have himself a salve though. He's got the regen, so he can bounce right back. Need to be careful though. They're going for a little bit of a dive here.
Yeah. Ghost Stick to me, he just isn't really a.
I won't give them the
in my head, he's not a Lycan player. He's a Bat LC player.
Yeah.
This is not KZ. You know, the only person I think of as a Lycan offlaner are Han guys. You know, Keizu, Chessie, these guys will play. They'd prefer to play Lycan Enigma in the offlane, but most of the old guard, Dota only, they prefer the actual playmakers.
Particularly the CIS region, I think.
Yes.
I mean, how many Bat Riders are like kind of iconic with the various offlaners of CIS?
Yeah.
Ghost
Funnick,
Stick,
like
Funnick.
through all time, Funnick, General, Ghost Stick. Who else? Pasha. Also, man, Pikachu looks just like Iceberg.
Yeah, funny how that
they're,
works.
They're
with,
twin brothers.
Oh, they're twins.
They are twin brothers. Yes.
They've never played together and they're twins. That's crazy.
Well, maybe they're trying to distinguish themselves from one another.
Maybe they're like the Klitschkos, you know? They didn't ever fight each other because they said that their mom wouldn't like it.
I feel like you could make some sort of epic, like, mythological storyline or something based off of the two of these.
They do fight each other all the time because they're on different teams, Kyle.
But maybe never mind. It's a reverse. Like their mom doesn't want them to play together. Then their destinies would be thoroughly intertwined.
I see. Well, I was thinking the difference between you and your brother is that these guys are twins, so maybe they're two alike. As in, you and your brother were able to play together because your brother could play 4, and you played all the other roles that you played.
Yeah.
Whereas these guys, they're both mid laners.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Who started playing Dota before the other one, though?
They both started playing competitively on teams at the same time.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. I would be interested to know which twin was the one that said, hey, I found this game. I really want to play it. Because I doubt it was like a simultaneous thing.
Oh my gosh, but how would you guarantee, let's say they're living together, how would you know if they were account sharing?
You can tell.
What if it's just one person this whole time?
You can tell size difference. Pikachu is the more slender of the two. I don't know if Pikachu was a former professional boxer, but Iceberg was, and I could tell from
Iceberg
side.
is a large and intimidating man. Very friendly, firm handshake. But yeah, he is. I would put him in the S tier of Dota players I would not want to fight.
Well, I mean, this is why we're using the cams, right? To make sure that teams are who they say they are, right? Also gives us a chance to see all their lovely pets. I enjoy seeing dogs and cats that are hanging out in the room with you, so more of those, please.
Oh, lucky shot. What a spell.
I have a friend that absolutely hates seeing Pangolier in the mid lane just because of the fact that Lucky Shot can absolutely just ruin your game, and it's totally chance-based.
Yep. Bottom lane, you see the issue. Well, not the issue, I suppose, but, you know, double bracer on the Alk, whereas the Lycan forced to rush Necro. So this lane just gets harder and harder for Ghostic. He'll have to leave it pretty soon, I would imagine. But at a point, you know, it's just going to be Nefer getting absolutely every CS because of that base damage differential.
So what plays do they need to make on the side of Unique to slow this down at all and gain some footing?
Oh.
Early Jug rotation or Void Spirit to the bottom lane,
Yeah.
I would say.
Okay.
It's Void Spirit. He's having a nice laning phase, but Pikachu is going to have to go off this game. A nice rune would be excellent, but yeah, you have damage issues. It's the same as their first draft. Neither one of your supports really adds too much. Jug is nice, but it's all cooldown based. You have Omni Slash and you have Lycan ult. If you don't kill Alk in those cooldowns, that's pretty much GG for that engagement.
Feels like there's a lot of just a lot of speed that needs to happen coming out from this draft of Unique, and that seems like a very tall order.
Indeed.
I always like Radiant Side Alchemist more because of the fact that Radiant Side Hard Camp is harder to interrupt the pull-up of the hard camp from the safe lane side. So it means Alk just pushes in the lane all the time. He pushes in the lane, and then you abuse pulling on hard camp.
All right, well, Unique, they've upped the tempo here. I'm liking it. You know, we saw that Chu got picked off very nicely by Pikachu, and Palantimos finds a kill on Sashlo there in the top lane, so.
That's just the 50-50. You got a haste rune top. If it spawns bottom, Bat comes bottom with it, and he gets kills instead.
Well, then he's the better mid player. We've talked about this, Kyle. Shackle's coming out, though, over here. They're going to try to make moves on this Alchemist, and they have enough damage.
Crap.
So look at that.
Oh, the Necro. That's what the Necro.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Wow. That was so much damage.
Powerful item, that Necronomicon.
Yes.
Maybe they had to play more aggressive here down on the Alk. They were perhaps a little too passive. I'm thinking this lane is already over, but yeah, my God, a 6-minute Necro. That's faster than you see Beastmasters most of the time. Yeah, suddenly this Witch Doctor does not feel good. This feels very scary all of a sudden.
Especially since they got the experience for hero kill, so he's going to be picking up his level 6 pretty quickly on Ghost Stick, and that's going to be another opportunity for them to run the Elk. I don't know. I feel like, Kyle, you may have been a little bit too sold on this draft advantage.
You might be right.
Because the 50-50 is also not a 50-50 for Void Spirit. When it comes to the 6-minute rune?
Yeah, but he ran top early, Bat ran bottom early.
Yeah, but you push out the mid lane, so either way, Melojewel's not happy. Because you got better lane shots from Pikachu.
Do force out the Firefly there, but gonna have that 8-minute rune coming up very soon.
You know, I mean, I take it back. Everything is actually looking pretty okay. Unique, those kills, really, just equalizing. More importantly, they're not worthless kills in the sense that, oh, okay, you got me, I'll come back to lane. But they actually have a firm advantage now in all of those lanes.
Ooh, again, Shu getting dragged on over. It's another second kill, actually, for Pikachu on this Nyx Assassin.
Max out to Assimilate. That's cool.
Yeah, that's the... I think that's how you beat the Bat Rider the best way, right?
Yeah.
You just shove the lane into him all the time. Bat Rider has a hard time dealing with that. It's not like a Lina or something that could shove it back.
Yeah. It's one of the few games I wish G had actually Max's cask in this game. It's very value against the Lycan. Just prevents his creeps from dealing with you. Oh my God, Effort. Good juke, but I think he still might be in trouble.
I like the fact that Pikachu's being very, very aggressive here, knowing that Alk is just going to continuously want to be farming. Good juke. Needs a little bit more damage, and they're not going to be able to find it now. Pikachu, he's overextended. He was hoping that he'd get that, and there it is. There's the lasso, holding him into place, and Melojewel will get the kill.
Big turn with
God.
Shotchill going bottom lane. It stopped the push, and they got a kill on Shadow Shaman as well.
That is huge. That hurts. Like, if they get that kill, then he's going to just rotate bottom, and they can now push tier 1 with Lycan spells up again. Instead, all momentum stops. Yeah, Jug can hit tier 1 top a bit, but that just gives free XP to Chew. And as we've said, like, this tower just doesn't mean that much in this game. You want to take bot tower ASAP so you can deny this Alk his own jungle. Bots for the bat too. Oh my god, that's such a huge kill. It's like an extra 3 minutes of space now for Nefrit.
Well, we do have the rotation coming out, though. We've got 10-minute runes about to come up as well. And you can see that they're trying to get this vision, trying to just push Nefrit away and secure themselves this bottom tower. Slayer needs to be careful here. Maledict followed up with plenty of damage, so that's a dead Crystal Maiden.
Ooh, sad life for the CM. They bring... Yeah, but this is the thing. So now, instead of just getting that tower for free, they have to bring Palantimos, and suddenly the game equalizes. And this is now something EXTREMUM is allowing. Instead of the tower being taken against their will, they're going to be comfortable giving it up. They're able to control their 2 bounties. Alchemist can safely rotate out as well. And it's still good. It's not a bad thing for Unique by any means, but this is all part of the plan for EXTREMUM. It's not them being caught off guard anymore, and a nice stack for Nefrit. They'll have Battle Fury very soon.
The continued sad part for them will just be they don't have great tower taking. You know, you look at their lineup, Panko's not hitting towers, Batrider certainly doesn't. The only one does is Alchemist, and Alchemist is obviously not going to be trying to do that when he could be hitting creeps instead on his build up to his Battle Fury.
Yeah.
So they I think the biggest danger of this game is them losing 2 midi objectives. So if they lose this mid tower in the next minute, feeling pretty bad.
This is a nice setup here, trying to take down Melojul. Is he going to be able to make it out? Nope, he'll get taken down by Big Num. Now Chew, and we have this army. Okay, a couple of these nice bounces. Looks like Stick going to have to run away from G here, although these creeps are just chomping away over on the side. Nice and Pale slows down Palantimos just a little bit, but Pikachu hot on the heels of G. Is the Wolf going to get the final hit? Yes, he is. And they do put some pressure over on this mid tower, so pretty nice considering they got a couple kills, and they also managed to put decent amount of damage over here on this tier 1, possibly take it down. It's looking pretty good anyways. Down it goes.
Dude,
really
G's
nice.
being a baller on this Witch Doctor. That's twice now that he's defended against a Lycan push with his Death Ward.
It's a Battle Fury on Nefrit. So in theory, if the Alks game goes a little better, if he doesn't die, if he's not... you know, if they are the ones, if they get that kill on Lycan, if Batrider gets the Haste Rune bottom, whole game's different because he's mid dropping an acid spray. Instead, he's passive farming, and like Cap said in the pregame, the Alk is great here because you can be that frontliner. You can sit on these towers and just delay the game of Unique while also gaining an active gold advantage. Instead, he's just still recovering a bit. But again, that AC BKB timing, that's what it's all about for Nefrit here.
So here's the question, because we've been seeing Pikachu play very, very aggressive, right? He's been hunting constantly. Do you just take a support and just park it by the Alk the entire time, or do you try to group up and put pressure elsewhere?
Right now, you're good. The pressure's on Unique to make plays. You have to get... Yeah, they're going to go for the tier 2 bot before 20, try to get double outpost control. Your concern is just... I don't know if I like the Maelstrom on Palantimos, same with the Yules on Pikachu, because they're just not going to scale.
Okay.
So they're somewhat all in on fighting now, and the EXTREMUM lineup is built to not do that. They're going to just be chill, they're going to defend at towers, and you're not gaining a gold advantage when you mirror a map like this.
Yeah, I think they could have been happy with outscaling the Alchemist together with all 3 cores, given the fact that they're going to have an early map control lead because they know they can take these towers and EXTREMUM can't.
It's such a good Orchid game on Void Spirit as well. You don't really have anything that you're using off. In addition, you're just not going to scale as well. I don't know about Midas bots like mid one, but I would have loved to see a more active build on Jug. Maybe Mask of Madness for the early pressure into the Battle Fury, something like this. But yeah, because look at the net worth. Like, even though it feels like they're winning the game, the pressure is still on Unique, and he's actually going to go for a Halberd. I like that. The self-regen amplification is quite nice, and the active disarm against this Lycan could be game-winning. Plus the evasion passive against the all the summons.
Not seeing enough fluffy hats. Just going to put that one out there.
I mean, you saw plenty yesterday on just one person alone, but it is a good item. I am a fan of the fluffy hat.
They still have wards? Oh, they still have wards,
Yeah,
too.
Lycan is so busted, dude.
They're gonna, yeah.
I'm not even sure how much of it is Lycan and it's the Necro Book.
Necro Book is a busted item.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll agree with that.
What other heroes can buy Necrobook? I'm sorry.
Beastmaster.
Beastmaster.
Okay, guys. Other than Beastmaster.
Enigma.
Okay.
Hold that thought because it looks
G.
like G is about to get nibbled upon. Just getting chased down by the wolves. He will pop to Pikachu. A little bit of a lag there, but Chew following up. They get that lasso off, so they'll be able to drag back the Lycan, slow down Ghost Stick. Necro Book's still alive and kicking here, though. They'll go and put some damage, and they should be able to take this tier 2 easily. And that is the strength of the draft coming out from Team Unique, is the fact that they can do this. They can take the towers, they can group up early, but you gotta hope that that's gonna be enough.
See, and that's the big question. So, thing is, for Extremum to win, they need to defend one tower. They need one fight to go their way, and they're not even contesting these. Nefrit is still playing World of Warcraft. So,
ooh, that was the Heaven's Halberd.
oh, that's a huge kill.
That's massive.
Because now that means they're not taking that next fight because he still won't have the halberd. And that's the build-up. He gets like a more niche item, I believe, so that he could be at an engagement like that 3 minutes faster.
Right.
But yeah, and this Necro cooldown, man, I swear, it's just not fair.
Oh, Chew.
Poor Chew.
The fact that Lycan can be a threat in melee form because of how powerful Necronomicon units are, that drives me nuts about the hero. But yeah, I'm not convinced that anybody that Lycan and Beastmaster, I think those are the only two Necronomicon heroes that make that Necronomicon broken because of the auras amplifying the damage that was buffed in the first place from Necronomicon. I've seen it on other heroes and it feels kind of lackluster. But and what I love about Unique's lineup is that Lycan is a team fight winner and objective taker for the first 20 minutes of a game. But after that 20 minutes, you are very heavily focused on a lot of split pushing. We actually don't win 5-on-5s with this hero unless you're super far ahead. But their lineup actually is not reliant on Lycan to be their one. It's a 3-position Lycan. They have this scaling juggernaut that it makes the lineup a little bit more secure as the game goes late.
This is so risky from Extremum. They're just letting their towers fall to get the sneak Roche. I don't think there's any way Unique will see this coming. The question is, can they take a fight after they pick up Aegis? I am not, well, yes, Necro's gonna fade, or is it? It's up again. It's
the
like
wards are down.
Uptime.
I mean, that's the only bright side to this, right, is the fact they use the wards to take the tower, so they're not gonna have those available in this next fight, but yeah, look at them. They're already making their way over. They spot a courier. These couriers taken out. And they just Delta split here. They don't want to take this fight yet.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from Unique. They're pretty much putting their foot on the gas as much as possible without blowing the engine. And I don't know if Extremum is giving enough respect to the scaling power. Like, Alk is getting ahead, sure, but like, you're not really dealing damage with Halberd BKB. They're going to need advantageous initiation, and they're effectively allowing Unique to get all the items they could possibly want before they think about going high ground.
Oh, this is a nice play here. Look at these bounces coming off.
Bro.
In fact, they turn right back around. Ghostic knows he's going to die, but he at least takes down G with him.
Bro.
G.
Got him.
I've never seen a 5-position man up and kill a Lycan so many times. What a beast.
I mean, G's a killer, and now he's playing 5, so he gets to think, you know, if I get a kill, it's worth my death. So I will do that. And ex-captain 5s or ex-core 5s are always going to be more aggressive. It's just the nature of the beast.
I mean, that's less time that those Necrobooks are on the map, too, so definitely feels worth it.
And, you know, I take it back. This Yul's Ags build could be pretty sick. I like the Orchid, sure, but this is way more built around this team fight timing. And got to figure that at a point, Unique's just going to go for the jugular. They kind of are by just how much map they're controlling right now. Look at how deep their wards are. They're constantly playing inside one of the Radiant Triangles. And Nefrit's just not having a good time, though. I do believe they found somebody.
Indeed, they have. They found the Void Spirit, who was just locked into place last second, though. Manages to run away, pop those 1 charges, absolutely fine. Over on the side, though, the BKB does get popped as they went and they found Palantimos. He's going to have to try to spin out of here, but there's a lot of physical damage coming out as well. This is not looking great for him, as he's almost manages to get away, but the last hit coming out from Mellow Jewel.
Straight to mid tower, and this is where that Alk with the Aegis is so spooky, because you might be able to kill him once, but he'll respawn and happily trade that Aegis for a fight when no clue what Palantimos was doing there. I don't mind Unique looking for fights in this area, but as soon as Void Spirit's caught, you've got to be out.
It feels weird because usually they're pretty grouped together if they're going for anything, and that seemed a bit off.
Well, the thing is, it's tough to pick and choose your moments to battle because you're so cooldown reliant. If Ghost Stick's not in range with Necro ready, like you're just not fighting, and the supports have a real tough time engaging if there aren't cores already embarked.
I love it. Go for the shard. One of the things I hate about playing the supports against Lycan is that there's no counterplay you have. There's no item you can get that feels good against it. You can't Glimmer Cape, he sees you because of Necronomicon. You can't Ghost Scepter because he purges it off with the ranged one. So he gets the shard so he can turn into a Death Ward for a little while.
How long does that last?
Not long,
2
like 2 seconds?
Yeah, something like that. It's not very long.
But you can do some really sick plays with the dodges and whatnot. Yeah, 2 getting drawn right, and they do have the double damage. The Rolling Thunder coming out, though, and they drop the wards. Shackle up over here onto Chu, but the roll comes through. It's like Chu will indeed fall. G is next, and Sashla is taking a lot of damage over here on the side. They're looking for the final hit, and they'll find it. Pikachu running for his life now does have that little bubble, but it's not enough as Melojul cleans up. Yes, they have the Hex. This is not looking great for the Batrider. He will be next to fall, as 4 heroes on the side of Extremum have just been extinct. Wow, all right.
Pikachu's living his best life right now.
Of all the heroes to go for, don't pick the Void Spirit. The physical damage shield negates 2 or 3 Alk auto attacks. He has his self-Yules, and as long as you don't 100-0 him, he's just going to leap away. They really want to be focusing either the supports or honestly just this Lycan, because a Pango rolling through him and his army negates all of his damage, and he's still, I would say, the primary damage dealer for his team with that Drums and Necro 3. I'm not afraid of a Jug with Maelstrom S&Y just yet. But we'll see. It's the AC timing. It always has been. BKB first, Halberd first, both debatable, but if he gets the AC up within a couple of minutes and they take a nice engagement, should be fine.
I think that Halberd is much more effective if his courier doesn't get deleted that early, because it was looking really good, like good item timings. Yeah. He was going to be able to fight early, and then that courier snipe.
The danger of it is that he's not the target, and it loses most of its value if they're not going for the Alchemist. And right now, the strat is ignore Nefrit, kill the team, because they fold like origami, and he is much more formidable concrete.
There also, it feels better to ignore the Alchemist when it's a non-Radiance Alchemist.
Yeah.
Where he's just purely right-clicks, you just dodge him as much as possible.
I'm going to run straight for him. Nefrit needs to just try and make himself the target.
Yeah. Ignum. Careful. It's getting a little excited here as they find the opening immediately on the side. The spin coming out from Jug. It's going to get thrown up over to the high ground, just like you said. And geez, doing a lot of damage over here to Bignum. They managed to drop those Serpent Wards, and the fight is looking nice, except for the fact that Palantimos is sitting up over on the cliff side. Sashla being allowed to run around. Bignum already taken down. And looks like Extremum are backing off now.
Take those, but it blew the spells. That's what's key. 2 more minutes of free farm for Nefrit. That means next fight, you'll have that completed AC. In fact, he's got most of it.
He's farming up these wards, too. Seems pretty happy about that.
Oh, the deny. Oh, the plays. He's dead, but still.
270 gold, that's not too bad. You know what that says? You've been winning fights with Serpent Wards, because everybody farms Serpent Wards if you manage to defend against a Rosted team fight.
Yeah, this is, I will say, Extremum in a way are actually the ones on the clock now. You're going to have this timing with the Alk. Look at his net worth. You're like, oh my god, he's farmed. But if they lose that one fight, suddenly things get spooky, because he just simply doesn't scale as well as the enemy's 3 cores. The bad BKB bots, this build is just so powerful. In a game with no hard bat counter, like, he wins that fight there by just getting Palantimos to the cliff. That goes way worse for this Radiant side if they actually are playing against a Juggernaut.
AC into Abyssal Blade is like the biggest timing, I think, for the Alchemist. And if you go just a couple more minutes, we're going to see a Scotty complete on the Juggernaut, which is then a huge counter to the Alk in his regen. So.
I think you swap it up for a Butterfly. Like, maybe even selling the Halberd into Butterfly pre-Abyssal would be worth here. Or even just getting both, perhaps. Because Lycan doesn't want to MKB. The Creeps can't MKB. Void Spirit isn't going to build that would involve one. And if Jug goes like MKB after Scotty, it doesn't feel good. I don't know why, it just doesn't seem right.
Agents of the Void.
They're playing very tightly now around this Alchemist, trying to protect him, trying to make sure that if they get initiated on, they have an answer right away.
Yeah,
That's lucky.
They have all the disables on those 4 heroes, and Alc doesn't have really a reliable, good disable. So they just need to be able to stun things, and Alchemist pumps out the damage for them. So they're just going to be sticking around him for the rest of the time, I believe.
Quite literally the 4 protect 1 strat.
You just got to get these supports. If you're Extremum, find them. Javash has just had such a hard game. Playing against these Necro 3s is quite annoying. And AC soon to be finished on Lycan. You've got a big window here, Extremum. I would be fighting right now.
They go for the smoke play. Not sure if they're going to try to go for the wrap around. They're making their way back to the base. They're going to cut through.
Oh, they do.
Taking their time here. Rolling Thunder going to open up for Sashlo. They just can't seem to get there fast enough. They need to go a little bit more. All right, Chu's in there. They'll find their opening over here onto Bignum. He's already dropped those wards, though, and the BKB comes out, and they just drag back on a support. That is not the hero that you necessarily want, but they do manage to take down the Necro books. Nefrit chasing after Pikachu a little bit. They've managed to slow down the push, but...
I mean, the stun was already en route. You know, I got it. Nefrit should have been screaming there. But yeah, it's a big win for Unique. They're going to get all 4 bounties. They get a tier 3. They get time. That's an AC on Ghostic before next fight. You take those.
I think that all comes down to, I love that decision making. Unique just pushing to the high ground. It forced a reaction that was not very good from Extreme.
Yeah.
Like, they can take a 5-on-5 team fight. They want to take that team fight, but at the same time, they felt like they had to defend and protect their barracks. So you have a Rolling Thunder who basically does nothing. They just retreat out of that. You don't get that clean initiation, a Bat Rider pull into Alchemist or something on somebody. Just like, force reactions are always sloppy.
Smoke play coming out from Extremum now. They're hoping. They know that the Crystal Maiden ulti is indeed down. They just had a little bit of a skirmish there, but they seem reluctant. And again, they're going up to this high ground. They do have the vision. Immediately, though, Slayer.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, he misses the Impale. They've got the Shackles. They've got everything to take down Chu. It's just been such a hard game for this Nyx Assassin, as the Rolling Thunder does come out on the back lines for Shashlo, but he's not able to find this opening. G now running for his life. He is silenced up as they chase down this Witch Doctor. Doesn't quite manage to land that Remnant. It's kind of silly looking back and forth. He turns around. He throws out the cask, but is going to fall.
These are such weird engagements. Like, Shachlo, it feels like he's ulting in from so far away. Now the buyback comes out.
It's also because he's not level 15. They really need
true.
to give him one of the tomes, because level 15 is a big difference maker when your Pango is like the control Pango. When you go Yules, when you're just purely a disable, having the extra 3 seconds of duration makes a very, very big difference.
I just don't know how I feel about this Yules item. Like, if he has Greaves or even just Vlad's, like some just straight up auras, I think his whole team feels better. We got an action brewing. And yeah, Travash splits the uprights, but nothing doing there. That is most unfortunate.
Yeah,
even
just a little off the mark there.
Yeah, Alk's 10k ahead, but I still feel like Unique's in a great spot now. Just outplaying right now. Or maybe Extreme are kind of shooting themselves in the foot. They haven't taken a good team fight this entire game.
Unique again, foot on the gas pedal. Got themselves smoked up, hoping that maybe they can grab someone over in the triangle. They are grouped up though as well. Pikachu and a little bit of the whip coming out here, make him move a bit faster. So go right on up, and they'll find their target immediately. The taunt over onto Chu. They know that he's the easiest to take down. Is silenced up, has a spike. Carapace will turn back around again. They'll be able to go take him down. Now Dignum is next to fall. Buyback coming out though from Chu. He wants to get back into the spite because they know that they need that control. And the BKB had already gotten popped on that Alchemist. And I just walk away though. They lost the Crystal Man. They did buy back though on the Shadow Shaman.
Yeah. Nyx did as well, but I think you're okay with that. That's how a fight goes. You can see Extremum, Alk just straight up 2 or 3 shots these supports, and the lasso was still available. So you can't commit as any of these melee cores on Unique, because you just get lassoed and you die to Alchemist. Is Roche up? Indeed it is. DD timing. Ooh, could be spooky. Don't have spells on Unique. I'd be pushing here. I don't think you're going to have Lycan form for some time.
They just seem like they're playing so timid. Is the other problem.
Oh my god, there's actually so many value Alk items. Yep. Elven Tunic, Paladin Sword. Those are all really good.
The Tunic is so good here.
Yeah.
Typically, I'd always say keep the Paladin Sword for the regen, but against the Scotty and the fact there's no MKBs, I think that's the right choice.
Yeah, I would agree. He probably holds on to the Paladin Sword whenever he needs to like get more HP, but...
Got the Abyssal now on Nefrit. Got the Blink Dagger picked up now for Batrider too. It's going to be a bit risky going in there. Palantimos needs to be careful because the Abyssal Blade opens up immediately. They go and they drop the Serpent Roars over on the backside though. Pikachu trying to go for the pick-off as fast as he can on this Witch Doctor as they're just ripping into Palantimos though. And down he goes. 10 Bignum going over to side, tries to get the shackle on Melodru, looking for this target. Coconut will connect over on the side as G finally gets slain. And now the bounce back here. Oh, they're just manhandling this Alchemist. Where's his team? Where's the control, guys? It's not there. They've just run away.
What? That initiation just, like, it's just not going to work. Now, they tried to go on the Void Spirit again. Like, G is caught out of position because he's trying to follow up. Chavash misses the Carapace on the Remnant. And then you can see Shachlo just coming in like, I'm going to follow up. But then there was a spin. And, like, that's it. That's the whole Pango ult squandered. And his itemization is solely to get good ults off at the moment.
Yeah, they did manage to, it goes to show how this sort of Tricore lineup of Unique is able to still do a lot because there's so much single target focus on Extremum. They managed to take down one of the cores without doing a single thing, right? Juggernaut just died pretty much 100-0. He didn't do any damage in return. But at the same time, they had nothing left in the tank to deal with Lycan and Void Spirit.
This game's getting harder and harder for Extremum because, you know, they do have control, but I think we've got a BKB coming out now for Pikachu, who has just been freely running and skirmishing into these fights, dodging in and out. He's also got himself an Arcane Rune, all bottled up.
I would have liked that Roche call had they done that earlier, right? Like, they waited for spells to come back up, and then they go into it. As soon as they saw the DD, I think they could have gone straight into pit, but imagine they wanted to finish the Abyssal. The lack of stat items on Extremum, you know, they don't have a medallion. I don't think there's any Force Staffs, no Vlads. Bat going Blink before Shiva's is debatable, but I really think Shachlo just needs to get some stats up.
Yeah, he needed to scale as a Pango in this game.
Yeah.
And he opted for the full Blink Yules build.
Yeah. The 4, basically he's a 4 in this game, not a real offlaner.
Yeah.
And if you have like some kind of Greaves of Vlad's build, like your Alk is just nigh unkillable, and you are also a hero that then can take some damage onto yourself, whereas right now it's just Nefrit versus the world.
Yeah, I would agree with it more if they didn't have a Batrider mid. You know, if they had a better scaling damage dealing mid, then he can go a full utility build on things.
You gotta get back to base, folks.
Yeah, don't let this forced reaction screw you over again.
Jump forward. They've got the BKB already up, but Nefrit's taking a lot of this damage. Bignum trying to run out. Is he going to be able to do it? The Rolling Thunder comes through, but you've got Pikachu. He's in your base, and he's just slicing through these supports here. Turns himself into the Death Ward for a little longer, but G will eventually fall. He'll turn back around, and they'll find the kill on Melodru. Jump forward from Pikachu, drawing in this Pangolier. They want to get rid of him. They don't want to have to deal with any of this nonsense. Yule's coming out, though, buys the Void Spirit just a little bit more time. Chew poking. That's all he can do. This Crystal Maiden is so farm, guys. She has a Lotus Orb. It's going to be up to help protect Pikachu. And Nefrit, you know, he's still alive, but he can't do that much without the rest of his team around him. They'll back off on the side of Unique. Slowed down Nefrit just a little bit here using the Necro book, but you got a couple buybacks out of the side of Extremum. I just don't know what the plan is here at this point.
There's also something going really wrong with this utility build in that they can't chain stun the Juggernaut, and I can't figure out why.
I think you can spin in between Pango ult hits, even if he's on top of you.
I mean, even that, he's been able to spin before Lasso. Pango runs into him, Lasso wears out, and he isn't like instantly stunned. He's always been able to get up a spin before even the first hit. So I think that is an interaction that they did not expect at all.
It's just counterintuitive to like the way I read games of Dota, where I see all this damage output. I see a Lycan, just a Lycan. I think, okay, guys, we need auras, we need armor, we need to live, and then we're gonna take this game. And they've gone the complete opposite direction. Like even a Basher coming up with the Pango now. Like, give me a Vlad's for my no lifesteal alchemist with almost 6 items. Like that is a critical ingredient to victory here. Daedalus the player also, I mentioned the butterfly before. I still think it would be very effective against all this physical damage. But We'll see. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from Unique. They've played great, and we are benefiting from the total lack of fog of war. Whereas they have played a high tempo, much pressure game. Look at the map that they're allowing their enemies to see. Both supports farmed. Like, it's been a solid game all around.
God, how many double damage runs have we seen this game? I feel like we've seen like at least 4 or 5 now.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right.
All right. Sashlo was in the middle of everyone. BKB coming out from Ghost Stick as he's just going to chase down Sashlo. And the step forward here coming out, but might have gone just perhaps a little bit too far here, Pikachu. That is the Aegis, but it does make enough space so that they go and drop those Serpent Wards, throw out the Necro books. Up he goes again. He does have that BKB, so he's going to be able to maybe dodge away here. You can see Melojo waiting, but it's just too fast. He's not able to grab him in time. So they'll lose the tower, and they'll lose at least one of these racks.
Cap, you want to take that one?
Well, they sat around for a really, really long time trying to 100-0 the Void Spirit on his second life and couldn't do anything. That feels pretty bad.
Man, I'm just the way this is being initiated. I feel like you got to just lead with Lasso.
The rolling
the
thunder was weird because it gave them so much time to, you can hear and see it for like at least a second or two before it actually happens. And I just feel like you're not supposed to give them that much of a warning.
You can hear the animation of the windup too.
Yeah. Dota has excellent sound cues, guys.
No comment. Shivansh hunting has not felt like he's enjoyed this Knicks game. I blame the lack of Meteor Hammer. I think it's a must-have. Oh yeah. Especially against all these creeps. Oh. Yeah. It is why he's not scaling. And it's also just, it's damage.
Didn't in like our very first game or something of the CIS, we watched a Nyx assassin like completely kill a Lycan's entire idea by hitting an impale line stun on his himself and his entire army, and then followed up with the Meteor Hammer, and we're like, okay, that's like 7 seconds of disable right there.
And the trouble, like the same issue Unique Draft had game 1, you now see it from EXTREMUM, where they just don't have damage. Pango is no damage. It's a bat mid. There's no damage. Neither support does damage. It's an effort versus the world, and that just you can't do that. But I mean, you can't do enough damage. And now BKB on Rasta, my God.
These supports are very wealthy, and you know we were saying it was going to be scary for them to play against the Nyx assassin, the bat, and you know +1, and they've really not had too much of an issue, which is a bit puzzling to me. You know, look at the items that these supports have. Like, again, you talk about the BKB over on the Shadow Shaman, and then the Crystal Maiden, I believe, has a full Lotus Orb. Like, that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, Pango's a support killer when you go damage items, so that would be another reason why the Pango going a damage build would have been nice in this game. Because you can let your Bat Rider and Nyx Assassin, like, they have all the disables in the world to allow Alchemist to 100-0 somebody. You lasso somebody and get an Impale, and you also get a Meteor Hammer on top of that. Like, that guy, no matter who he is, he's dead. And then Pango can go ahead and execute the back.
Give it to G.
All right, G.
It's all up to you, buddy.
You wanted damage.
Let's go.
Man, just wait until he gets the Death Ward talents.
Oh, yeah. Look at it go.
I'm down to see some
Roll
sick witch
out
doctor.
the barrel.
Plays
Feel
it.
it in your bones. Whenever I hear that song, I think it should have been in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Just because it's got like an islandy kind of feel to it?
It's good vibes. I've listened to it too many. It's got like 15 million views or something.
There are many sea shanties that definitely could have been included in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Fluffy hat.
We have the one fluffy hat. We have one.
We're showing off all the basic component items. Still circlet, still fluffy hat, Sage's mask.
Yeah, look at that Lotus Orb. Aether lens.
CM has a clean inventory.
The only thing I don't like about her, she's got the dark hair. My CM does not have dark hair. That's not canon.
Wow.
Nope. Oh, maybe she had a bad breakup or something. She decided to go and dye her hair, you know. But not a fan. All right, smoke time coming out from EXTREMUM. Need to be very careful with the way that they're positioned on the side of Unico Stick sitting there.
You got 100
Pit, they're looking.
Nice.
All right, he immediately gets disarmed though, has the lasso, and they'll be able to go. They burn down Slayer, but that again is the position 5. A couple of these Omni Slashes going around over on the side. They'll find the kill on Chu. G also next to fall. He's not even going to be able to get that ultimate off here as down goes the Pangolier, and this is not looking good for Nefrit. He is left all alone, no one to protect him, no bodyguard. He's hexed up, all the damage, triple kill now for Ghost Stick.
This might be the G, folks. G, unfortunately, unable to get that Death Ward off. He had, I don't even know how to position properly in this engagement because
we did get the Death Ward off. He did get it off, but we just didn't see much of anything with it because he got blown up. Sometimes it be like that.
You know what they need to add is that you can still channel Death Ward while turning into a Death Ward.
That, I totally...
Now that
would be the move.
That's some damage right there. Sadly, you can't do that. So sadly, very often you end up having, you channel your ultimate and then you're focused and you immediately have to defend yourself before you die, and well, you don't end up doing very much. I saw that Alchemist target, like, I think he finally started hitting the Lycan. He was like the 4th target he went on. I think he started chasing Void Spirit or something at the start. Maybe it was one of the supports. Then he turned towards the Juggernaut. The Juggernaut Omni-Slashed. So, you know, can't hit him. Then he looked at the Void Spirit, who jumped into Dissimulate. And then he was like, okay, fine, I can Abyssal the Lycan. And by then, the fight was already over. He was gone. He was done so.
I do believe this one might be in the books.
Yes.
3rd Roche.
Yes.
Mega's up.
Yeah.
But never surrendered. And yeah, I've said it a few times. I'm going to say it one more time. Lack of auras. Look at those items on Extremum. 1 aura, the AC. You can count the Shivas too, but he got it really late. No Vlads, no medallion, no drums, no hope.
I don't think that's an aura.
What?
Hope.
No, I disagree. I think hope is catching. It's like laughter, you know? Somebody starts laughing, you feel good. Unless they're laughing at you, then you feel bad.
What if it's Dark Willow's laughter?
Well, depends on who you are. You have different reactions. I know Rich likes.
No, let's not go there. Let's not even touch that one.
It's a rated R reaction.
Yes, this is a PG-13. All right, the push is on. Unique is ready to bag him and tag him. Gonna go running right on into the base. They can see Nefrit here. I'm surprised Valentimos hasn't just decided to jump on him immediately. All right, they'll go into the back lines. They get the Shadow Shaman, but again, they're just doing way too much damage over here on poor Melojul as he's gonna fall. Bingham does eventually fall, but he's already got those wards up. Decent amount of damage though coming out. That's gonna be the Aegis taken down. Ghost Stick also to fall. Nefrit needs to do enough damage here. He needs to knock it locked down, and it's not looking super great, although they do land a nice impale, so maybe they can turn this around. Maybe they can get the kill on the Void Spirit. He's gonna have to hop away. Nefrit though, he's just getting kited way too hard. He's gonna fall. Buybacks immediately. Can they defend? There's so many creeps though around this ancient. Yeah, the GG gets called. They've had enough.
Pikachu power, man.